creatures of the night? It's your girl Tati. Let's talk about Rampage. Oh, wait. Y'all already know about the fiasco with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, whatever it was here, whatever. I was wondering if maybe somewhere, somehow, Tony Khan had some type of advertisement for All In next year, because they were in Arlington. They were in the AT&T Stadium, which is literally around the corner from the Global Life Stadium where they will be doing All In. And there was not an empty seat in the house from what I can see, despite the Netflix feed being crappy as shit. And half the time I couldn't tell what I was looking at. But if Tony Khan were to be able to have his marketing team be on their P's and Q's, they would have done something to have posters or something out there so that all these people that were in the Arlington area can see that, hey, a big wrestling show is going to be in this area next summer, and that they should possibly get tickets to see a really great show. So Tony Khan, I hope your marketing team came through. All right, let's talk about Rampage. We started off with the ladies in action. We had Hikaru Shida versus Layla Gray. And I already knew where this was going before I actually seen this match. Now, here's the thing. Hikaru Shida, she's great. Every few months she comes back and then she goes back to wherever she came from. And she's always winning up until she loses and then she's gone. Now, the interesting thing here is that Layla Gray yesterday on Ring of Honor had challenged our girl, Athena, for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Now, Athena is looking at her like, bitch, you work here, I don't know who you are. So if you want a title shot, you're going to have a Proving Grounds match with me first. If you can beat me in a 10-minute match, then you can go for the title. So that's what's going to be happening in the next episode of Ring of Honor. Now, here we are, Rampage, where Layla Gray is taking a L against Hikaru Shida. And for me, I did not like that, because I'm just like, sometimes I feel like Tony Khan does not want Ring of Honor and AEW to be like intertwined, but at the same time he does it. And it's just like you pick and choose how you want the shows to be related to each other or how you don't want it to be related to each other. And you assume that people who's watching Ring of Honor also don't watch AEW. I have no clue. How are you going to have Layla Gray, who just took an L against Hikaru Shida, to go against Athena for the women's title in a couple of days? I think it doesn't really make sense. Something about it, like how they've been doing with all the other girls. Anna Jay been taking a lot of wins before she actually took an L against Mariah May. Like, why couldn't we do something like that to bring up Layla Gray so that she could look strong going into her match with Athena? Something about it I didn't like. Still a great match between Hikaru Shida and Layla Gray. Something about the booking is just bothering me right now. So now after this, we do have our girl Harley Cameron, who is comparing herself with Mina Shirakawa, basically saying whatever Mina can do, I can do, and most likely better. And she goes on to play the guitar and she's singing her song, and we're running out of time, so they end up playing the Rampage theme over her singing, whatever. Now, we have Mark Briscoe versus Arya Daivari in a really great match. I thought for a second it was going to be more on the squash side. However, we got some good time with these two guys in the ring. Matter of fact, the women's match from the opening match, that probably was like 5 minutes. And I'm not a fan of really quick matches for an opening match, even though, it was alright. Something about it was just like, for your opening match, you might as well have just put this somewhere in the middle of the card. I would have started definitely with Mark Briscoe versus Arya Daivari. Yes, we do have our boy, our lawyer, Mark Sterling, who is ringside, and he's getting himself involved as much as possible. He's really getting the crowd to chant that athletes suck chant, and that's exactly what you want to do as a heel. I think as a manager, he's doing a really, really great job. Arya Daivari, he is a really great wrestler. However, he's always taking the L, but he looks really, really great here against Mark Briscoe, and I wouldn't be surprised if maybe somewhere on earth wanted Arya Daivari to take the win. Mark Briscoe ends up taking the win with a froggy bow, and it's giving the same shit like we always see all the time. After this, we have another great match. We have Commander versus Rocky Romero. Commander has been on a roll as of late. He also takes this win tonight against Rocky Romero. Now, he has taken his last match, he had with Josh Woods, which was on Ring of Honor. And then last week, Rampage, he went against Leo Rush. So that was their second time going against each other, and he took the L. And despite him losing as of late, I do feel like he has been looking really, really strong. Unfortunately, it's one of those situations where it's like, okay, you're seeing really impressive wrestlers in the ring. However, these guys are nowhere near any title opportunities, or nothing huge is going on with them. They're just having really, really great matches and kind of getting lost in the shuffle, just being stuck in the middle. Commander takes the win. Rocky Romero always brings the best out of these guys, and I absolutely enjoy seeing him in the ring. But since he's part of the conglomeration, I can't cheer for him. After this, we have Anna Jay, who's backstage, who's talking about her no disqualification title match that she's going to be having against Mariah May on Collision this Saturday. And long story short, if she loses that match, she can no longer go for the title while Mariah May is still champion. And I'm just going to be honest, because I don't know if anybody else is saying that. Mariah May, girl, we're bored. We are bored. Yes, Toni Storm's timeless Toni Storm act was a tough act to follow. However, I just feel like we've gotten nothing with Mariah May, and I don't want to put the blame on her, but it's just like, damn, why couldn't we come up with something really creative to make sure that she seems like a really interesting champion? And so far, I'm not interested. Now, while Anna Jay is talking about this title shot that she's going to be getting on Collision, Taya Valkyrie interrupted and basically letting them know that Deonna Purrazzo sends her regards. You should be watching out for Mina Shirakawa, and kind of almost offering services from the Vendetta, which is Taya Valkyrie and Deonna Purrazzo, but Anna Jay is not interested. It just makes me feel like it's going to be shenanigans on Collision. Now, we had local talents in tag team action against Roosh and my baby, Beast Mortos. Lord have mercy, Beast Mortos. Let me have your beast, children. This guy is just absolutely amazing in the ring. This, what I say is a squash, you kind of, a little bit longer than your typical squash. They just gave LFI a little longer time for them to actually kill these guys. So it wasn't a quick kill. It was a, let's take our time a little bit, and a slow, painful death. More like that. LFI ends up taking the win. You guys know that on Collision, they're going to be going against the Acclaimed. Whichever team ends up winning that match will go on to face Private Party, the Outrunners, and House of Black for the AEW Tag Championship. So for me, I'm just like, all right, I get it's a little warm-up match before their match on Collision, before they end up beating the Acclaim. They better beat the Acclaim. And it was whatever, nothing really to, you know, break, to go out your way to go see. However, Beast Mortos is there, so why not? Why not stop what you're doing and see what the Beast Mortos is up to? So now after this, we have MVP, who is backstage, and he's been scouting. He's been looking to see who is it that could be part of the Hurt business. Now, well, not Hurt business, excuse me. I don't want nobody to throw no papers at me. The Hurt Syndicate, there we go. Now, he is recruiting. He's watching, seeing what people are up to, but it seems like he's definitely keeping an eye out on Ricochet from what it seems. If Ricochet joined the group, I'm alright with it. He wouldn't be my first pick, to be honest with you. However, he's saying that there are some people that are really, really talented, and there are some people that need to get hurt and beat the fuck up so that they can learn how to get up on their own 2 feet. And part of that, he's talking about Swerve and other people, other nameless people at that. So we'll see who else it is that he's keeping his eye out on. I wish it was Powerhouse Hobbs, but it's looking almost more like it's Ricochet. So for our main event, we do have Ricochet going against Dante Martin in a really great main event match. Dante Martin, oh my God, this poor baby. As talented as he is, he's another one, along with the whole Top Flight group, They're just lost in the shuffle, unfortunately. And no matter how great, wrestlers that they are, no matter how great matches that they put out for the fans and the fans are behind them, there's just not that extra push to really put these guys out there for titles and huge opportunities. I'm hoping that maybe they turn these guys heel. I don't know what the case is. Still, Dante gives us a really great match with Ricochet. Ricochet, some people are saying you can see more of those heelish tendencies in the matches. I'm feeling like he's being a little bit more ambitious. If you're seeing Ricochet outside of AEW, like how we seen him in New Japan when he attacked our boy Zack Sabre Jr. and when he went and attacked Takesha at Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, now you can see those. You can see more of a heelish side of him in those situations. But so far in AEW, not so much, at least not to me from what I'm seeing. Dante Martin is looking hungry for the win, but unfortunately, God have other plans, so Ricochet ends up taking the win. MVP was watching the match from backstage, and what's up with them? Why can't they just sit on the couch and watch the show? Why they gotta be standing at an angle so they can watch TV? Nobody watch TV like that in real life. Get a couch, sit down, and watch the show like everybody else. Dante Martin, super talented, but Ricochet, he's here. I guess he's a draw. People are interested to see what they'll do with him in AEW as of late. So we're seeing more of him getting more of the shine. And you know what? I'm okay with that. But I would love to see more opportunities for guys like Dante Martin, who gives us a really great match like that. And honestly, that's as far as they get. Tony Khan, get it together. You have an amazing roster. You have 4 shows on throughout the week. There isn't a reason why people should feel lost in the shuffle at this point. There's just too many shows for there not to be people moving on up or just feeling like they're a part of something more than just sitting, in the middle of the roster. Still, it's a good show. I know a lot of people was really keeping their eyes out on the whole Netflix fiasco, which was a hot mess. The Jake Paul and Mike Tyson thing. So I know a lot of people was watching that. Other than that, Rampage, the clips are already on YouTube. I probably wouldn't go out my way to go see this whole episode. Just go ahead and watch the clips on YouTube. It's not bad. Nothing really plays in too much in terms of what's going to happen on Collision. Now, Collision, definitely go ahead and check that out. Should be a much, much better show. Guys, thanks so much for watching my review. I'll be back tomorrow with a review on Collision. I'll see you guys then. Bye.